You happy?
So happy!
Right, we're doing it. We're doing it. We made it. Let's see how we go. We're hiking the big mountain. All right, we've just anchored the boat. We've packed the packs. And this mountain range behind me, I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit covered in cloud. That's where we're going. We're gonna try to get to the top of it. It's meant to be a very long walk with a bit of a goat track.
I think we've taken the wrong goat.
We've already got lost.
We lost. We lost.
Yikes!
We're getting there. So good to see. So we're just hiking up this bouldery, rocky, freshwater stream. It's super pretty, really crystal clean fresh water. One of the issues you have with doing long trips when you're doing it all on your feet is carrying enough water, but fortunately there seems to be no shortage of it, which is a huge plus. You can see that about 3 or 4 months ago during the wet season, there was a lot of water, a big volume of water down here, and all this exposed bank showing rock and clay and other material has been eaten away. Yeah, there's so many good swimming holes. If there was a little bit more water, this would be a bit of a slip and slide. Eva, how's the vibes going, mate?
Vibes are high, woo!
Feeling good?
Yeah, we're at first junction apparently.
Roger
Spot.
that.
Great view.
Vicky, morale high?
Living the dream!
Living the dream as she
looks
sits
like
there
it
in the
too.
backdrop, with the ocean backdrop.
That's great.
So for the last 3 hours we've been boulder hopping up this creek, and big granite boulders are getting bigger and bigger as we go up, and it's getting steeper and steeper, but vibes are high. It's very, very pretty, and I have no idea how much further we have to go. But every 100 meters or so, there's a pool like this, crystal clean. Sometimes there's some big jungle perch in it. Drinkable water.
I just want to jump in.
Yeah, I think we'll go for another hour or so. Hour or two and we'll have a swim. It's the good stuff.
Yeah, straight from the mountain.
It looks like this is the last spot we're going to get fresh water, so we're going to have some lunch here, maybe have a dip, fill up the water bottles, and then keep pressing forward.
Serious cross-referencing
It's a cross-reference.
between two parties. We could be lost.
But hey, we have each other.
We have each other and we have water in there.
I don't know what's going on there, but I like it. Hey, mate.
Woo!
Legend.
My dodgy shoulder. Ow! Thank you.
Groin flexibility. Yeah, groin flexibility really is key up here in the high country, in the slippery rock country. So we went a few miles up a creek, and it was relatively light elevation. However, we've just gone up into some pretty thick rainforest. It's a lot wetter and damper, so everything's a bit more slippery. You've got to be super careful with each step, but it's very, very pretty. We're getting occasional glimpses of the ocean. And fortunately, the boat's still anchored. You can see it in the drone, just. But not really sure how much further we've got to go. But we're just going to keep charging. Initially, our intention was to do a day trip to try and get to this summit. But, I don't know. It's been about 6.5 hours since we left. So I don't know if we're going to be getting back down in the dark. We'll play it by ear. I don't know where we're going to sleep though. There is, at this point in time, virtually nowhere to sleep.
Panic time.
Have a go at all this moss that's growing up here. Now that we're about, what are we, 600 or 700 meters above sea level?
Yeah.
So, you get pretty consistent rain up here, hence all the green foliage. And the slippery moss over all the rocks and trees.
To be slightly off trail, we've decided the best path is to bush bash that way,
What could go wrong?
as decided by camp leader Nicola Wood.
Dr. Nicola Wood.
Back
on track.
Oh,
The rebirthing out of the bush.
jeez, I can't get out of the bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming.
It's a rebirth
Yeah,
event.
we get.
You on your big...
Oh, that's the go.
We've just come to an opening.
Oh wow! No way! Woo!
So I think
Oh.
that's it, hey?
That's it.
Yeah.
Or is it this one?
I think it's that one, and that's a thumb there.
This is great.
Oh,
There's a boat.
thank all the heavens
Safe and
and all the
sound.
gods.
Wind's dropped.
Fucking incredible is this. Wow.
Jeez. So
Good to see,
special.
as always, the boat's still there.
Yeah.
Well, not as always, it's not always there, but it's good to see it's there. We've come up onto a saddle and it's a bit drier country. Still hitting a solid gradient, legs are definitely feeling it, but we're pushing forward and trying to get to the highest peak possible. Highest peak possible before that sun goes down. There's a couple of pretty sketchy points though, because right here, if you can see that, it's just pretty much a sheer cliff. So there's a couple of points that are pretty easy to fall and slip, and if you did, it'd be a bad day. Wouldn't be a good time. This is just so spectacular.
You!
Woo!
Every twist and turn, it's just getting better and better. You know when you're watching a sunset and you pull your camera out to get a photo every 10 minutes because it's changing and developing and evolving and just getting better and better? That's pretty much like this hike. Have a go at that. Just coming around each corner, and it just exposes a little bay, a different view, a different angle, different elevation. It's really breathtaking.
Alright, I've taken my artful shot.
Okay. How many selfies did we get?
Alright, I'm just still basking in the
we
stoke
haven't
of being
taken
here.
any
Oh, woo!
Alright, let's get a photo together. Well done.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well done, brother. Big day. Yeah. Big hike. Well done.
Nice.
Well done, legend.
Woo!
Love your work.
Good work.
Bum taps. Lots of bum taps.
Good work.
Hey.
Not damn heat.
Oh, good.
That's really, really rewarding.
Not gonna move.
I think we had a bit of water and chocolate.
Yeah!
Yes!
What is that, Jack?
Cameron and Josh Little. Ooh. September 24th, 14. Third ascent of Mount Bowen. This time, carrying enough water for 3 nights on the mountain. We tried to climb the thumb, but ran out of time for a safe return to the summit before dark. If you want to climb the thumb, we have flagged the way. After that, you're on your own. Be careful. The rest I can't read. See what else is in here.
What have you found, mate? What do you got here?
So I found a PVC pipe with a pen, notes, and it is full of letters.
That one's old. Like a pirate's map.
Whoa.
Hinchinbrook Island, 1987 by Donald Roberts. Walkers, Malcolm Roberts, Angelo Castano, there's a list of them.
From when?
1987.
What? That's crazy.
So the intention for today was to do a day trip, make it up here to the summit, and then get back down to the boat and head out to one of the islands for a camp. But yeah, we underestimated how long it'd take, and we're pretty ill-equipped for a camp, but we've surrendered to the fact that we're going to spend the night up here, as going down in the dark would be way too dangerous. It's just not, it'd be a stupid idea. I've made too many of them in my life, so we are trying to find a bit of flat ground on this saddle in between peaks that we can call home for a night. Room with a view, but it's proving very, very difficult because, as you can see, it's just really sharp sticks, rocks, drop-offs.
You look at that spot and then come and compare to here.
What do you reckon, mate, anyway?
Well, this is like the first spot I've seen. It's flat and has no rocks.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a nice
Look at that, that's
section.
a bedroom, isn't it? Look.
and there's that spot up there as well. So it's sort of like we can all be close.
That's important.
Make sure we're all safe.
That's important because
Well,
there's yowies and drop bears through this country.
Here, but you've got here as well. Yeah, I think here's the spot, team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got two,
And it's
two flat spots.
slightly protected from the wind as well. It's going to be bloody cold tonight.
Yeah.
So to get here right now this afternoon, just before the sun setting, it's taken a couple of days of planning, hours in a boat, and about 6.5, 7 hours with a few spots to get up here, hiking through pretty thick scrub. And there's so many different things that could go wrong. You could get bitten by a snake, you could fall off a cliff, you could slip on a rock. There was so many different points today where something could have gone wrong. So for us, whenever we go on these long form missions, you've got to have comms to some extent because there's no reception up here. We use GME. They've got these PLBs. They're Australian owned and Australian made. They're an amazing team and they make a bloody good product. So it weighs bugger all and it can really get you out of strife, and it gives you the confidence that if something did go wrong, if we got hit by a snake in the next 10 minutes or someone really hurt themselves, you just hit this and help would be on its way. So I highly recommend these if you are going to go on these longer form trips where you're going to be out of reception. But for now, we're going to enjoy a sunset and try and find somewhere flat without rocks to sleep for the night. Wish us luck.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I'm still videoing. Fancy that. Yay! There's definitely a market for porn adventure.
All right, I think we might have to take the audio out. There's been a fair bit of talk of porn adventure.
Yeah, well, you know.
And all that entails.
Yeah, I think adventure porn runs off the tongue a little easier.
Correct, yeah, not porn adventure. PA for short. Oh, that's where you would not want to fall off.
It's just an ember and then it catches fire on the way down to the air.
All right, so we anticipated it'd be cold up here on the peak, but I didn't anticipate staying the night. So hopefully it doesn't get super cold because we're not equipped whatsoever. But fortunately, it's one of the best viewpoints I've ever seen in my entire life. All right, we're going to cook up whatever food and just devour any food we've got left. Find somewhere flat to nestle up in and ride the night out till we can get some light and enough light to get down back to the boat in the morning. What is your golden moment of the day? What was the highlight?
I think that first peak where we could just, the view was just incredible. So incredible.
When you actually got to see some of the reward for the hike.
And we could stop for a minute and like, oh my legs! I can feel them again. And you see all the land. From as far as you, like, you can just see land and beautiful ocean and seeing the reef. Seeing the reef was cool.
Yeah.
It's just so clear.
Pick the weather home.
My golden moment still to come. I reckon it will be eating dinner with this as a backdrop. But so far it's all been pretty good. Actually, just starting down at the lagoon when you're like looking up at the peak and there's the beautiful clear water and the gums in the water. That was pretty cool. So I've got 2, but one's into the future, so it doesn't count.
It's a tough one. We've had a big day from waking up in the dark, the punch here, and then a solid hike uphill. But I have to say it's probably like the ridges along the top. So you just like keep following the ridge line along the top, and each side you just get these incredible views and different angles of the bay. And as we got to the top, just every cloud disappeared. And you could see the boat, you could just see everything as far as the eye can see, all the reefs. And like in that moment, you're like, oh fuck, we made it. Like, we're here.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to lose light, but I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who's watching the videos, getting around what we do, all of our Patreons, people who check out the website and just watch and share and get around what Back to Basics is all about. Big love to everyone, hell of a lot of gratitude, and I hope you have a better sleep tonight than I do. How was that, mate? How was last night?
Oh, I would say it's up there with one of the worst sleeps.
One of the worst sleeps, eh?
It was very cold and we just didn't really have anything.
Jack?
The wind didn't drop off today.
No.
It was meant to drop off. Didn't drop off.
It certainly did not drop off. How'd you go in the exposed elements?
It was probably 7 degrees Celsius, but then a lot of wind chill, so it would have been colder, like significantly colder.
Felt like the wind.
Yeah, we definitely weren't prepped for that. I'm just really glad it's daytime. I was just waiting for the morning to come around for the last 10 hours.
So cold.
Oh, he's having a warm party.
Yeah, mate, get in there. And now we're sitting on this rock.
Watching sunrise.
Nikki's gone to get a better vantage point and hopefully get a bit of a time lapse. We're watching the sunrise over the world, this part of the world, in the Great Barrier Reef. The only person to handle the cold. Well done.
With the warmest sleeping bag, it helps.
The warmest sleeping bag and the first to eat chocolate.
Woo! Morale is high.
If it wasn't for the view, I'd be pretty pissed off right now. But the view is second to nothing else. What do you reckon about that, guys?
It's beautiful.
You're beautiful. Jack, you're beautiful. Chalky for brekkie, justified. Alright, good morning from the highest peak on the largest mountain on the Great Barrier Reef. After very, very little sleep, it was a cold night. We were not equipped for the conditions that we were faced with. However, now that the sun's come out, morale is high. We've packed up what gear we have left and we're hiking down the mountain. We've got the boat anchored out the front. on the beach. So hopefully the boat's still there. The wind is not too rough to get home. All right, let's do it. What a day for it.
He's on top of the world! I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey.
Yeah, it's quite simple really. All we got to do now that we've come over that peak is go down here through all this dense, really steep scrub, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, a few miles, and then it hits flatter country, follow the creek down, 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 and then somewhere over there in that bay there'll be a boat anchored. Oh, 2 boat anchors. Yes, fresh water.
How good.
The jungle perch. There it is. A few of these pools have got beautiful jungle perch. Only found in certain parts of the world. Real slow growing. Great to catch on line. And there we go!
She's close.
Hates the cold water.
She's close.
And there we go! Show everyone how it's done!
Woo!
Woo!
You're so close.
Yay! That's it.
What's it?
Yee-hoo!
We're calm. Calm that.
How'd you feel about being back?
Woohoo!
Booyah!
Back on the beach. That's where we were.
Yeah, you can see the saddle.
Right at the top. The day well spent. Jaggy, what's the game plan, mate?
Game plan. We're gonna start heading home, but there's a few islands we haven't checked out on the way, so we're gonna set up there for the afternoon, have a bit of lunch, and then make it home and see how much we can eat.
We're all in, we're all safe.
Yeah.
Set up here, Jackie.
Got some wild pork and red curry. We're just gonna mix it through and then fry it off. Make a curry.
Yeah, fat. Can you throw any little bits of fat in there?
Yeah.
You already have.
Already have so much of it. Put them at the
Oh,
bottom.
that's gonna be
Put them at the
great.
bottom to fry it off.
Yeah.
Alright, the hike is finished, and something that's I wanted to share with you that's been on my mind pretty much the whole hike is just how grateful I am that I'm fit and able to do something like that, because it was just really physically challenging, and the reward was just so great. So yeah, there's so many people I understand in the world that for a variety of reasons wouldn't have the opportunity or like physical ability or mental ability to be able to do that. So yeah, I'm just stoked that I'm able to, and anyone else out there watching this and wants to get back to basics to some extent, whether it's a really big hike like this or getting down the beach and having a camp, having a fish, cooking up your own food, just start small, work your way up, get out there, get in nature, get back to basics. That's what these videos are all about, helping inspire and motivate people to get out there however they can. All right, See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the episode.